Hi, I'm Mike Thompson. We've got a ceiling fan here that's not working for some reason. The motor just doesn't want to spin. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to replace one yourself. I forgot my headlight at home, so yes, I'm improvising here because it's really dark as soon as you turn the power off to this thing. To get this light fixture off, there were simply three Phillips head screws around the perimeter up here. I just used my drill and unscrewed those real quick, and this drops down. There are two little connectors here that hold the light fixture to the wires up inside the fan. Okay, so you just give them a little pull and they come right off. Well, now that I have the light fixture off, I'm going to go ahead now and remove the blades to reduce the mass that I'm going to have to hold here in just a second. There's only two screws at the root of each blade, and I'm just going to go around and start to take them off. So now that I have all the blades off, there's not much mass left that I'm going to have to contend with. On each side, there are two screws. One of the screws has a little L-shaped slot. The other side is just a standard hole. We're going to remove the screws in the standard round holes because the L slots allow like a twist lock feature on the fan. So I'm going to go ahead on each side and remove the screw that is in the standard hole. With the two screws removed on the standard holes, I'm going to slightly loosen the other two screws that are in the L-shaped twist lock. You can twist it, and it comes right on down, like so. This is why I took everything else off, because I got to one hand this, while I other hand this. And I'll work quickly because even though this only weighs a couple pounds, it gets heavy fast. I'll check the compatibility with the mount. I might be able to reuse the fan mount on the new one because replacing the mount is one less thing I'd have to do. Let me go check. Get your screw ready. Put the wires through the hole in the middle and put it all right back in place. Okay, and just like that, the bracket is in place. Now we'll go ahead and get the motor and everything else mounted. So the motor hangs on this little bracket. That way there's no stress on the wires or anything when you go to do this. And now's a good time to go ahead and connect all the wires, because once you get it up in place, you won't really be able to do it. I like to start with the grounding wires. I saved the wire nuts from the previous one. Now for this installation, the motor and the light are controlled by the same switch, and the chains are what determine what's on. Preferably, you would have two separate switches, one for the motor and then one for the light. However, since we don't here, we're going to connect the black and the blue wire together, which are both going to go to the hot wire here coming from the switch. So then rotate the motor back up into place, put the washers and lock nuts on. Those two screws like we had before, you got the L-shaped hole and the standard hole. You have to remove the screw on the side of the standard hole so that this will slide up there. You slip it into the L-shaped socket on both sides behind the little lock nut and then twist. And now it's locked in place. The screws are already in here. I'm just going to go around and take them out at each one and then put this right back in place. One down, 4 to go. Now it's time to install the little light fixture. I've pulled the little screws out of here to go ahead and attach this to here. White to white, and oddly enough, black to blue. I would definitely recommend using a magnetized screwdriver because you'll inevitably drop a couple screws. And then we'll put the glass here on the light fixture. Each one has 3 screws that just go in there and pinch it in place. Well, as you can see, that's not all that difficult. You can certainly do it yourself. Just don't be afraid to try. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Mike Thompson, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.